Hello guys and welcome back to the City Stand. Well, what can I say? I come back yesterday, got home and I looked on my phone. I hasn't checked my phone all day. Looked on my phone and then I seen the score. 5-2. 5 fucking 2 to Brighton. To Brighton. Fucking disgrace. Absolute disgrace. I just don't see where we are going at the minute. We're bottom of the Premier League table. Obviously, I haven't put it in yet because I just haven't had the time to. I've watched the highlights. I didn't manage to watch the game, but I have wrote a few things down just to talk about. Obviously, the first goal for Leicester, should I say? It was a brilliant pass from Barnes to Daka, and it was a good ball in the box. I mean, from Barnes to Daka, and it was 1-0 up. Brilliant start from Leicester. Obviously, we got off to a good start with the looks of it. Obviously, Brighton equalised. It was crossed in from the right over to the left. No one was marking the last man on the left. And then he whips the ball in. Thomas and Ward, well, what can I say? Absolute shambles. It's gone down as a Thomas own goal. Absolute shambles. I just think it was terrible, to be quite honest. Shit goal to concede. What can I say? Thomas, I don't think he should have even been playing, but we'll get on to that anyway later on in the video. Obviously, so Brighton made it 2-1 to them. Obviously, Madders loses the ball easily. Shit loss of the ball from Madders. And it was a lovely play from Brighton. Ward come out absolutely terrible. I think he should have stayed on his line. If he come out, he should have at least got to try to get near the ball. Obviously, he didn't even try. He just come out, looked like a fucking wet willy. Obviously, we equalised. It was a lovely ball over the top by Tielemans to Daka, and Daka slots it past the keeper. Easy ball, easy goal. Brings us back, should I say, to 2-2. And then it fucking goes downhill from there. Obviously, Brighton went 3-2 up, but the goal was ruled out for offside, which we were lucky. So Brighton says, James, obviously, if you watch the fucking replay back, James was shit on their third. He gives up after the ball's gone past him. So lets the player run past him and slot it past Danny Ward. And really, as a number one keeper, Danny Ward should be doing better in them situations. I know it probably wasn't his fault, but I just think James Justin should have been doing better, to be quite honest. So I'm absolutely knackered, guys. And then obviously Brighton penalty, and then Didi shouldn't be giving penalties away that easy. Obviously, I think it were a bit shit, to be quite honest. It was a pen. It was a definite pen. There was no if, buts, or maybes about it. But the question that I will ask is, how many times on this channel have we said about Iverson playing in goal? Would Iverson have saved that penalty if he'd been in goal? We know he can save penalties from the Stockport County game. So if Danny Ward wasn't in goal and Iverson was, would he have saved it? That is something that you've got to look at. Obviously then, Brighton 5th. It was brilliant goal from the free kick. Terrible positioning from Danny Ward. The free kick's on the right, I think, and Danny Ward's literally stood nearly on the fucking left post. He's basically hugging the left fucking post. It's a brilliant opportunity for Brighton, and it pushes them up higher. If I just get the table up so I can do it. Yeah, just absolute shite. But we'll talk about the team, and then we'll get on to the player ratings. I think I've got it all set up ready. I hope I have. Yeah, so if we have a look at the quick Premier League table, it puts Brighton, sorry guys, on 13 points in 4th position. Obviously, Leicester, all straight 5 losses. Well, the last 5 games we lost. So we lost to Arsenal, lost to Southampton, lost to Chelsea, lost to Man U, and lost to Brighton. Obviously, our next game's Aston Villa, which I'm quite worried about. I'm going to that game. Quite worrying. If it gets to 6, Brendan, just please get the fuck out of the club. You're not doing any good now. You're 5 games in and you've not won 1. You've drew 1, getting 1 point. It is just fucking shit. Honestly, I just can't say much more about it, to be quite honest. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm not even that tired, to be fair. So if I have a quick look on the team before we start rating them. Obviously, Ward in goal. You know my feelings on Ward as it comes up there. Oh, I think he should be gone, really. There's speculation around his contract being terminated, but I can't really see that happening. Obviously, we played James on the right, and Didi and Johnny Evans in the middle, and Thomas on the left, Madison on the right, Barnes on the left, Samare and Tielemans in the midfield, and two strikers of Patson Daka and Iheanacho. So, KDH, Vardy, Soyuncu, big names. Fuck me. Big names missing out on that game. So let's just think about it. So Leicester had 6 shots and 5 on target. Brighton had 24 shots and 18 on target. What the fuck is going on with us today? Well, it was shit. Sanchez had to make 2 saves. Ward had to make 7. It was shit. Absolute shitness. Just, I can't see the season going well for us, to be fair. Fuck me. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking... Well, anyway. Yeah. What is there? Because I thought there was something else to talk about before we went on to the player ratings. So, looking at the fixtures for Leicester. Let's have a quick look at the Aston Villa game. So... all together, so head to head, Leicester have won 10 and Aston Villa have won 6 out of the time the games are played. City have won 6 at home and 4 away, and Aston Villa have won 4 at home and 2 away. So we could, obviously, Leicester being in the position we are, we're not even thinking about winning, but we could have a chance. Jesus Christ. Jesus, I'm so sorry, guys. So, if we look at the few years, so we start from 2020, Leicester won 4-0, and then the following game, Villa won 1-0. 21, we won 2-1 away, and then Villa won 2-1 at home. And then the last game that we played them in 2022 was a 0-0 draw at the King Power Stadium. Obviously, let's have a look. Do we know what the match officials are going to be for our game? So, Jarrett Gillett as the referee, and Mike Dean as the VAR, and Mark Scholes as the VAR assistant. Mike Dean, I think I've got a mixed opinion about him. He's a funny referee, but some days he cannot referee at all. Jarrett Gillett, I ain't really seen much of him in the Premier League at the minute to really judge him. Obviously, just come into the Premier League. I think we've got to give him a chance to try and prove that he can be in the Premier League. Right, let's get on to the player ratings. Right then, so that was the team on the last game. Let me just try and get something up so I know what team was playing on that day. Well, you'll give fucking balls away. So let me get the. There we are. Right then. So we'll get rid of all these players off for now. We can sort all of them out when we do it. So we'll move on to the subs after anyway. Actually, it'd be easy for me to get the actual subs up now instead of looking for them later on. So we should get them subs up quickly. And just a bit quick news before we're trying to get it up. Tyson Fury has challenged AJ to the battle, well, what he classes as the Battle of Britain. So will we see Anthony Joshua pick the boxing up, and will we see Tyson Fury come out of retirement to challenge Anthony Joshua? So, where are we? Teams. Here we go. Right then. So, Let's start off with the goalkeeper. Good old Danny Ward. Right, for me, he stays where he fucking is. There is no changing that whatsoever. I've said from day dot of the first game we played, he should have been not our number one. So for me, that's a straight off. Definitely dropped. Quite simple. He's just played shit at the minute. Absolutely shit at the minute. Right, next is the defenders. So let's get them loaded up for them. There we go. Right, so I need to get rid of Fofana really. That would be a good idea. Justin, where did he play? Average. I think he stays where he is. There's no if, buts or maybes. I can't say he won't drop because the only real thing that I said was wrong was when he let the ball go past him for the goal. Obviously, people might disagree, but that's me. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Right, Ndidi. Let's have a look where he is because I was in the defenders. Here we are. Wilfred Ndidi. Average. He stays in that average spot. Not really much more to say about him. Right, Evans. Mixed feelings about this one because I'm whether to put him in the dropped or whether to put him in the average. Because he's the captain, I don't think... I'm moving it around because I don't know where to put him, guys. Keep him in the average. If you don't perform against Aston Villa, he will be in my drop section for the next game. Right, Thomas, I know where I'm putting him already. I've thought about this. Thomas, I bet he's still at... Yep, stays where he is. Get Castagna on. He can't handle it. He got a yellow card within 3 fucking minutes and gave away an own goal in 10 minutes. Just shit. He's not a Premier League player. He cannot play Premier League style. Right, then up to the midfielders. Madders, where did Madders go? I think, for me, be a big shock. I think he's dropped. He wasn't good enough in that game. I just think he's dropped. Right, moving on. Samare, where is he? Average, stays in average. He didn't do much in the game. Didn't overachieve in the game to get up to decent, but he didn't do little to get dropped. He stays where he is, quite simple. Yuri Tielemans. Yuri Tielemans was in the drop section. I'm moving him up to the average section. Play some good balls to get Daka and that goals and that. Actually, I might be misreading this. If I put the wrong player in the dropped, no, it is. I thought Tielemans gave away a ball, but no, it was Madders that gave away a ball. So, yeah, Madders stays in. Well, Madders goes into the drop section, and Tielemans comes up in to the average section. Harvey Barnes. Where is Harvey Barnes? Barnes. There we are. Where was he last game? In the average. For me, he stays there. Couldn't really do much more. He didn't really get past 2 in the game. Obviously, people might have watched the game and might contradict me here because I didn't see the whole of the game. I can only go off what I've seen, guys, to be quite honest. I thought I was debating whether to make this video because I hadn't really seen the game. But I did because I didn't want to let you guys down because I did say I was going to make the video. Right, moving on to Kelechi Iheanacho, one of our goal scorers. For me, he goes from the average into the decent section. Played some good football, obviously scored one of our goals, and you can probably guess where it's going as well. Patson Daka goes from the average section into the decent section there. So that's the first team, guys. That's where your first team places in our player ratings this time against Brighton. Obviously, I need to add one person, but I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to do it for the next one in case... if it happens, it happens. But if for the next game, if he loses, you probably know who's going in the dropped. Should I put it in for this one? Brendan Rodgers should be in that drop section for me. I ain't made a card for him yet. I need to go and make a card for him after this game, to be quite honest. So, obviously, sorry, Vardy was played and Dewsbury was played. So, Jamie Vardy. Vardy, where was he last time? In the average, stays in the average. Didn't really do a lot. Didn't really get a ball passed to him that much for what I've seen. Daniel Marty got subbed on, so where is Daniel Marty? He was in the drop section last time. I don't think there was much wrong with him. So he goes up into the average spot like last time. He's moving up. Daniel Martin's moving up, guys. And then Dewsbury Hall. Where is Dewsbury Hall on here? There we are. KDH. Stays in that average section. And then our final substitution of the game was Timothy Castagna. So where is Castagna? Here we are. And he was in the average section. And he keeps his place in the average section, guys. So that is the whole of the team. Obviously, the man of the match for me, I'm going to say the man of the match is Patson Daka, guys. So our man of the match for the game is Patson Daka, coming from that decent spot into the man of the match. Obviously, there was a choice between Nacho and Daka, but I went for Daka. I think he did a lot more in the game, that game. But yeah, fuck me, I can't stop yawning. So that is the player ratings, guys. If you want to obviously get your ratings in after the game, obviously we either do it the day, like a couple of hours after the game, or the day after the game. So if you want to get your ratings in, and we'll do it like that, give me a message on my Instagram, which will pop up when we change the screen. Just making sure there is nothing to other like things on about. That's it. So back to here, guys. So obviously I ain't put a plaque up because I was in between the player of the match, man of the match. I was in between, so I didn't really choose. But yes, so 5-2, shit result, really. For me, Ward dropped, get Iverson and goal for the Aston Villa game. I think the fans would be much more happy if he dropped Ward. Rodgers, should he stay or should he go? I'm still saying he should go. Obviously, if it's Aston Villa, if he loses at Aston Villa, I think many people will, or most of the people will turn on him. Obviously. Yes, so obviously go and follow our Instagram on screen. If you haven't already, subscribe and turn the notifications on. Give you up-to-date news with Leicester, watch-alongs, lineup predictions, and the match reaction on this channel, guys. Obviously, a big thank you to our sponsors. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to their page. Obviously, small DJ business starting up, trying to get back into it. Obviously, if you want to do a disco with them, message them at the end. Well, message them anytime. The code the city stand, so the name of our YouTube channel, and you get 10% off your final price, guys. I think that's about it, guys. Obviously, I deleted the video with the transfers and that because it was just a bit shit. I was just trying to think of things to say, and it was just a really shit video. But yeah, I'll leave you with two questions now, guys. Brendan Rodgers, in or out? Or Danny Ward, should he play or should he go, guys? Cheers for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the lineup prediction for Aston Villa. Cheers, guys.